Morning, guys. It's the 12th of March. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. Joe Neighbour, Ian Common, Steve O'Hare. Morning, guys.
Morning, all.
Morning.
How are we faring?
You know what? Got a bit of a headache.
Yeah, is that from the late night trades you've been placing? And
yeah, very might well be. Yeah, got a bit of a headache.
Okay.
Now, famous people are getting the coronavirus as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, Tom Hanks got it, I saw.
Tom Hanks. Now, what he's got to do, he's got to basically just do a tweet every day or just do a video every day, whatever they do.
A vlog of him.
Yeah, just do a vlog and just show us what it's like, and walk us through it. And, hopefully he's one of these, the majority of the cases that sort of recover from it and just, because
it'd be like some fucked up version of Castaway, wouldn't it?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, but he's got his missus with him as well. I mean, it could be a real John and Yoko moment. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just stay in bed for weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it'd just be good to see it, and just let's fucking hear something nice for once. Just someone recover. A real life story. I mean, make a great film one day, but maybe them great films need a tragic ending. I don't know.
Oh, that would be harsh. I saw one of the Juve players got it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're all quarantined off. So we've got Boris speaking today, who I think is going to take some drastic action. I think this could be the moment where we see potential for sporting events being cancelled, school closures, things like that. It's.
I've just bought surprised. They're doing it everywhere else, aren't they?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be left behind the curve and look like a tit.
Well, Trump's eating his words, isn't he? He's obviously placed his travel ban, which is big news overnight. So every
what is
UK is still allowed to go there. I mean, initially
it was a hoax. Six different mistakes or something in his speech. So yesterday,
well, it was a hoax originally, wasn't it? Coronavirus, and now he's travel ban, and
he's calling it a foreign virus as well, isn't he?
Okay.
He's blaming everybody else.
Politically correct as always.
He's a nice man. He is. I wouldn't have a bad word said against him. Right.
I mean, news-wise, yesterday, rather than going into our trades, I think it's worthwhile just discussing what's
let's go into our trade.
No, we can do if you want. You two both had winners. I'm not saying that.
No, I didn't have a winner.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? You short gold.
Yeah, I think I got stopped out though, mate. Didn't I?
I don't know. Maybe your tight stops.
Yeah, tight ass stops. Yeah, I think I got stopped. Got up to 68. I think I was. My stop
you
was
stopped
at
with
68. Did you get up to 70 or something?
I don't know. I haven't seen it
before it collapsed. Shall I just reiterate that? Just
you did
don't have stops. Why are we having stops? It's ridiculous. Limit down now. Limit down.
Is it hit it? Yeah. So it's 5% off of the highs of yesterday's close.
Yesterday's close. We're 5% down in electronic market. The market you can only buy. You cannot, if you're long of the market, you can't sell. It's really, really important that people understand this. You can be sitting there in front of your terminal and you're thinking, oh, the market's just hovering around the lows. Lovely. I'll get long, sell it out when it bounces. It's not going to bounce. If it doesn't, well, it could bounce, but if it doesn't bounce, it's going to close down and the market's going to open at 1:30 UK time. And then
plenty of that can happen between then as well.
Yeah, it could be another 2% down by then. So do not be long of these indices on your trading platform. That's crucial. Just if anything, you have a small short and you manage it from that side because there's potential for it to be 5% down and you won't be able to sell your long. It'll open up at 1:30, another 2% down, which will be 7% down in total. This is the potential. And you won't be able to get out. It'll just be 7% down and it'll shut down again. Then there is the possibility, although unlikely, that your trading platform will go down and then it will open up another 5% down, so 13% down, and the market can shut automatically again. And so you could be long here, just thinking, trying to nick a few ticks.
You could get severely gapped out, couldn't you?
You're absolutely killed. Your account's wiped. So don't be long just on a little play at the moment. I've just bought the bottom because I was short. So all I've done is bought at the limit down. If it rallies, I'll sell back into it.
Okay, so we have on my screen now the S&P weekly chart. Obviously, we can see the severity of this sell-off. We are approaching trend support and a 78.6% level there at 2547. So
we are
there may
officially
be
in a bear market, aren't we? 20% down.
Officially in a bear market now. I mean, obviously the overall trend still remains okay. I think if we start to break that level there, then, we are potentially heading a lot lower. If you look at the European markets, it is a different story. This is the weekly chart of the FTSE 100 going back to those lows now in 2009 to the highs that we saw last year. We've actually wiped out 50% of that bull market that we've seen, and actually below that now, and testing this key level here that we saw back in February 2016. So if we start to break down there, then we're potentially targeting the next fib levels, which are at 61.8, 78.6. So very severe indeed. I haven't checked the DAX. Are any of you across that?
No, the DAX doesn't look healthy either.
No, just in terms of where it is from a historic level point of view.
Yeah, pretty much fooked.
Yeah, it looks.
I mean, I'll just like getting my S&P up, and just one thing I'd like to challenge you on. Can I just share my screen quickly?
Yeah.
We'll pop back to yours after if you want, but this is the same S&P chart, monthly chart, yeah? So the trend line is drawn, connecting 2, 3, 4 points. Well, you can count that as a fifth, a minor break.
Yeah.
And that as a sixth. So 6 points, massive level we're approaching.
Mm-hmm.
At 2,520, that comes in. And you say it's like a major reversal, but it's not even a reversal.
It's not even a correction, is it really? It's a shallow correction.
Yeah, it is a shallow correction. And look at the panic in the market. So this is 2,315. That's a reversal then. This is just a change of, this is not even yet a change of trend. This is still an upward trend. And look at what's happened. And it just shows you how overextended everything was in the first place. And we're not even, this is a 38% retracement. That's a normal retracement in any market.
Yeah.
And even a 60% retracement at 61.8 is, acceptable. So, there's the potential for
down to 2.4 then. We're saying down to 2,350, 2,400 on the S&P potentially?
Yeah, I'd say down to this 2.3 to 2,350 is very achievable, especially if this trend line gets broken.
And if it was to mirror the FTSE and do 50%, then we're talking
it's a monthly chart. It could happen. I mean, we're March the 12th. Still plenty of time.
If you look at the 09 low and check the date on that, I think it was pretty much
2nd of March.
Was it 2nd of March?
And we're 12th of March.
No, volume looks weak, doesn't it, on that chart?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust this volume.
I'm going to say.
I don't know where they get their volumes from. It's, yeah, well, you can see it's crap volume, great volume here, crap volume here, and the market's rallying, crap volume here, the market's rallying, even worse volume here at the peak. So this is the volume picking up on the sell-off. So that volume is going to be picking up as the market sells off. But if you
that
think
weak volume at the highs is telling, isn't it? They were pulling the rug from under the market up there.
Absolutely, it's you can't sort of like stress that enough. The watch the volume when you're looking for these like stalls in the market. You combine the volume. You combine volume with it, it becomes a much more powerful tool. Like if this is like on its highs and the volume bars up here, that means there's lots of buying going on. The volume's going through and it's a good area. So you'd sort of stick with it. But when the volume drops right off to here, to the levels back here, this is just going up, and this is just program buying going up. And
yeah, so the
retracement happens. You see the volume dropping off as the market rallies, and then you get this sort of like sell off, and the volume spikes up, and then the volume drops off again. Then the spike when the sell off occurs. So this is all this rally up has been on low volume. So that's massive divergence. Anyway, spent too much time on that.
Oh, well, I think that was interesting and just puts it all into a bit of perspective. Obviously, there's a lot of panic going on at the moment. And, as the old sayings and old adages go in the market, the best time to buy is when you really don't want to. And looking at that chart, I think there's a few people feeling that way at the minute who probably don't want to do anything. But it is approaching some pretty key levels. And as you say, if we're going to take this into context and look back to 2009, it is just a healthy retracement of what was probably an over-exaggeration on the upside for the US markets in particular. Yeah. Okay, so what else news-wise have we got to focus on today? So we've got Boris and the Cobra meeting, which is set to happen. We've got ECB later today.
Lagarde will be strutting her stuff.
We've got jobless claims at 12:30. I mean, what more can they do? They're just all going to follow suit, and I think that's probably priced into the market. Even with the budget announcements that we got yesterday and the promise of further stimulus, it obviously hasn't stopped people worrying and people selling. Is it what more can Trump do? Has he got some more cards up his sleeve? Do you think?
I think he should just maybe keep his mouth shut for a while. Maybe that'll help. I think it's.
I think he's played this really poorly, hasn't he? This whole thing, initial sort of disregarding of it as a problem to now taking the measures that he has.
Yeah, I mean, he can sort of like have a go at like the news channels for fake news, but you can't have a go at scientists and sort of like medical science for fake news.
How come he's banned the whole of Europe apart from the UK? What was his excuse for that?
I haven't seen any rationale behind that, but maybe because we're an island, maybe
because I think we wash our hands. I think a lot of the time as well. It's a joke, obviously. I see everyone getting all irate on the channel, or thousands of people complaining now. I was only joking. Are you allowed to joke nowadays? I don't know if you are. Actually.
No, I doubt it.
Maybe it's because we're still allowed to.
I think all the snowflakes have melted, haven't they? In all of this, what's going on?
Yeah, there isn't any room for no more snowflakes, mate. Yeah, so here we are.
It's a 30-day travel ban. So I think we're going to see some action today that's going to impact our daily lives potentially from the UK a little bit later on. I don't know when we're expected to hear anything. I'm not sure if there's any timeline for any of that. Okay, so let's try and have a stab at trying to do some trades, shall we? So yesterday it was. So Steve, did you get stopped out on gold?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I did. I haven't checked again. Let me just have a little double check.
So it was Ian then who took the win with Euro Yen. Do you want to show your chart on that, Ian? Have a look at that.
Yeah, I think my stop was at 68. It stopped out it got up to 70, so I was stopped. Although on the day trade, I sold the break. So the break
I bought
worked.
it and tried to go against you. We both got fucked on that by the sounds of things.
No, but I obviously made 3R on that.
Yeah, on that one, but on your initial trade.
Yeah, on the initial trade.
Still didn't make money on that.
No.
Yeah, so Ian, you called that very nicely.
Yeah, we looked at a treble top and we had a fib extension level.
And that's that 88.6 that you like as well.
88.6, and that's why I'm reversing the call today.
Okay, so is that potential for a cipher pattern, is it?
It's a very weak one, but what I am looking at, a game which you poo-poo all the time,
D-mark.
D-mark.
Shit, did I say that out loud?
13.
Ooh.
13 D-mark.
I like that.
We've also got at fib level. If we look to these madness charts, you've also got these nines. So you've got combinations. So D-mark looks for 13s and 9s, completed 9s. They've got to be, there's a certain stipulation for a bold 9. And these are bold 9s, which normally sees at least a correction to the upside. So I'm reversing it basically, get off that. And we've obviously got ECB. I think that she's not going to do enough because I don't think anybody can do enough anymore.
You can do enough at the minute, can you?
No. So I think the markets, but I do think the euro is going to rally. And
because it's seen as weaker than other options. Well, obviously against the yen.
Yeah. And I think stocks might even tick up. So I'm going for this anyway. It's more technical than it is. Up. Yeah.
Fucking someone wasn't listening to me. It's the end of the world, mate. It's the end of the bloody world, and you're.
I like this technically. So.
Oh, that's right then.
I'll stop.
You can have it technically.
Good. I like the R as well. So these cipher patterns, if they play out, normally go to 127.2% of the whole pattern, which is around about up here. So it's about 6.5 R. Getting long at current levels. The actual official stop is the 13 candle. You take the length of the 13 candle and then you deduct the length of the 13 candle from the low of the 13 candle, if that's makes sense. So that would be 116.05 would be a D-mark stop on that, which is just below the previous low.
Lovely.
I'm going to have it tighter.
Yeah, looks good. I like that. I'm looking at dollar Swiss. Let's just start off with the weekly chart here. So weekly, it hasn't really been doing a lot for many years, really, just sort of ranging between there. But we've seen this breakout of what I could sort of fashion as a channel. Found some support down at those lows at 91.87. Looking at the daily, we have this bearish channel again. We see a break to the downside this time, a rally up to potentially retest, and we haven't sort of done too much since. Zooming in even further to the intraday charts, then we have this small rally up, a break of that trend, a little bit of a channel forming here, which is trending lower. It could end up breaking higher, but I think there's some resistance here at 93.75, and push comes to shove. I fancy the Swiss franc over the dollar is as a safe haven at this moment in time. So going to sell it here at 93.64. Going to target a move roughly back to these lows. Obviously, there's a few spikes down here, so I'm just going to call that a 92.00 with that stop at 94.06. So 3.86R if that works out today.
Lovely.
Stevie,
over to me. Right, I'm just trying to make my chart look a bit prettier. It looks a bit messy now. Right, share my screen. Right, I'm obviously, after all that, I'm going to buy. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with this NASDAQ chart. Let me bring it into a better time frame. It's still not great. Here we go. Lovely trend line yesterday, which we got down to here, went through, rallied back, retested, and come off. So what you got going on, bring it in. It all looks a bit slanted, but if you sort of like go like that, it doesn't look so bad. These like are bearish flags. So
you need to get a log scale chart on, Steve.
Yeah, will it look better on that?
Down the bottom.
Doesn't
that made
really
no difference
much.
whatsoever.
No. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so where's that trend line gone now?
Oh
there,
no,
this one here.
Doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah. So let's get the big, let's make it bold, let's make it red. Right, that's the trend line broke. And this was it last night. And obviously last night we took out yesterday's low and we've carried on down overnight.
Quite a lot of fresh air down towards that 100% level.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot, like even a fib extension tool is down to 73. That's an ABCD correction, 73, 73, 127 extension, and also this bearish flag here. This one here, the second one you've got there.
At
That
least if
takes
you
you down
sell that now, you
127.
can't get stopped out because it won't open till 1 o'clock.
Well, you can. It depends. You've got to obviously you've got to think about, right, what's your target. So if your target is say another 5%, I'm looking at NASDAQ obviously, NAS 100 or US Tech, whatever you call it on your screens. So this is the limit. This is limit down. This is where the market stops trading. It keeps bouncing off here, like the Dow just did. It bounced off another.
So can you actually sell it here?
Potentially not. Depends what your platform. If your platform has got any liquidity there, your platform may be offered there. So if it is offered, you can't sell it.
Right.
There's no one to sell to because everyone's selling the bid, and so what they do is just the bid doesn't count. It'll still show a bid there, but that's not a real bid. So that's how they do it. So yeah, it's. I was just going to say the Dow just bounced 100 pips from that limit down, and it's back down on it now. So that's the thing. Just like keep recycling it. If you're short, you can take some partial profit. If it rallies, maybe get short again. Obviously, be aware that Trump could fart, and then the whole world will think, "Oh, that smells better." So here we go. I'm going to sell it here, and right. Yeah, I could get stopped out on it. Absolutely, 100% could get stopped out on it. But what level is it? 76.13. So say about 300 points would be 5%, because I'll think 2% further limit down, then another 3% after that. So 76.12. I'm going to go for. Should I go for it? Should I just go for the big one? Should I go for the daddy?
Go on. I reckon second limit down today. This will be the capitulation
go.
day.
How
The
about that?
proper all-out panic.
How's them
13%
apples?
circuit breaker. Is that 7,000 target? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not being funny. I've got my stop in the Nasdaq at 78.12 now with like 3-to-1 risk reward.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
You almost feel
Steve.
like you want more R out of it, though.
I do want more R out. You know it. You know how to get me stopped out, don't you, Joe? That's 6. I mean, I could go if I went. What about? Let me see.
Got to go above the
76.62.
Oh, why?
No, I think we could potentially get 76.62. If could we do that or not? 12R. Should we just go 12R? That's me done.
All right.
There's the trade today.
Okay.
I'm not going to nick the 3 ticks. It's just pipped up 76.15. I'll take the 76.12. Take it like man.
You're calling
sell
all out
Nasdaq
capitulation in Nasdaq.
76.12. Yeah. Your stop is at 76.62, and your target is 7,000.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Do I drop the mic?
Yeah, that's a mic drop moment. Okay, well, I think we've waffled on enough. We all know there's plenty going on, so good luck if you're trading, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good one. Bye.